So many people who get into reading make the mistake of ranking their progress based on the number of books they read every year. If you focus on quantity rather than quality, you will never actually comprehend the books you're reading. Do you want to know how to read more effectively? Keep watching. What is up, YouTube? My name is Aiden Helfon. I am a freshman Cornell University student who makes videos on life advice as well as learning and fitness. Today, I'm going to show you how to read more intelligently. It might seem dumb, but reading is just as much a skill as anything else. Many people know how to read. The issue is they don't know how to read with a growth and learning mindset. There is a vast difference. There are 4 steps to reading more effectively. The first is choosing the right book in the first place. Choosing the right book is crucial to reading more effectively. BLINKIST is the most popular book summary website people are developing right now. It is one of the most positively trending book sites out there. I have used it to read book summaries on Getting Things Done, The E-Myth, and a ton of other books that have changed my life. All you have to do is check if they have a book in their library by searching it up. If they do, you can start reading it in text or even Audible format right away by adding it to your library. They organize the books in blinks with a central idea at the top and supporting evidence below. Once you finish reading the summary, you can rate the author of the book and make it more likely that they make a book summary in the future. Using BLINKIST, I can make sure that I only read books worth my time. You can get 20% off using my affiliate link in the description. If you prefer, you can start with a 7-day free trial and use the offer afterward. I receive a commission from this link and would really appreciate the support as it helps the channel immensely. There is nothing worse than spending hours of your life reading a book with less than ideal information. All you have to do is some minor research before you read a book. Ask your friends if they have ever read the book and if they would recommend it to you. Next, check up on it using a book summary website like BLINKIST. Finally, you can do the age-old Amazon review tactic and see what is rated online. All of these things should make it vastly more likely that you choose a book right for you. Okay. So you have the book for the first time and are ready to give it a go. Let's start from page 1 and read from there. No, that's fine if it's a fiction book or something of the sort, but there's still one other step to non-fiction books. The second step of effective reading is to skim read. This is where you generally scan the book looking at all of the chapter headings and subheadings. The point of the skim reading is not to understand the book. Quite the contrary. All you're doing is going through the book super fast to see if anything sparks your interest. Does some chapter heading ignite your curiosity and make you want to read more? Fantastic! If a good majority of the book sounds quite interesting at a glance, you're good to go onto the next step of effective reading. The third step of effective reading is the aptly named note reading. I know, it sounds so fun, but I promise it's worth it and even enjoyable if you do it right. Note reading involves reading the book with an analytical frame of mind. You go through every chapter while trying to understand the full scope of what the author is trying to say. Instead of reading to inform yourself on the material, you take active notes on the material in whatever way you can. These notes can be about anything, what a specific section made you feel, or a summary of a part of the text as a whole. I love to use Kindle highlights when I am reading to pick out particularly important information or sections to later send them into Readwise and Roam Research for note-taking. Be sure to check out my video on building a second brain so you can see more in-depth of how my note-taking process works in reading and what I consume in general. I make thorough book summaries on most nonfiction books I read, which you can check out on my blogging website. I find that making summaries and taking notes allows me to retain the information from books for much longer into the future. It also allows me to go back through my notes years later and see what I found insightful in a book. It's important to realize that you don't have to read the whole book when doing note-taking. I have always found that many people treat books as sacred objects. Once picked up, you must never put it down until completion. I've never understood this mindset. Instead, it would be best to treat books as blog posts and put them down whenever you feel bored. You might miss out on writing that you would have found insightful, but you will dodge away from much more that you wouldn't have liked anyway. The fourth part of effective reading is connection reading. This involves finding a collection of books on a particular topic and connecting their ideas. Every author has different opinions and writing styles, even when talking about the same subject. By reading various books on the same topic, you can better understand the topic as a whole. Not only will you learn more about the topic from continued reading, but you will be able to spot holes in the author's arguments and shortcomings in their explanations. Through implementing these 4 steps, you can read with a growth and learning mindset. Instead of just reading mindlessly, as many people do nowadays, you're reading to actively boost your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. As a result, you begin to learn and grow more as a person than you ever did in your days of reading passively. This in turn opens you up for even more insight and inspiration to read more as your hunger for knowledge grows exponentially. In my opinion, reading is the single most high beneficial activity you can do as long as you follow these steps. Active reading has changed my life, and I believe it can do the same for you. All right, guys and gals, that is gonna wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out my other content as a channel, as well as my blogging website. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day, and bye-bye.